Alright, we should be live now. Let me check my phone, see if everything's up and up. If you find this, you find this. If you don't find this, oh bloody well. I don't really care. I'm just gonna enjoy the game this time. Like, if you come into the stream, congrats, you found me. I'll give you a shout out. But other than that, we're just having fun this time. We're just gonna do this just for the lulz. No shilling, no none of that nonsense. We're just gonna game. Because honestly, I'm feeling under the weather. I'm not feeling too great. I still got that muggle pox thing going, and it's gunking up my eyes. Oof. So, no shilling, no rigmarole. We're just gonna jump into it. All right. Now we just finished the first trial. Then we did some. Oh, I got Flipendo. That's what happened. We did Flipendo. Now, welcome to the Pureblood Supremacy version of Hogwarts Legacy, where I will be playing as your protagonist, the worthy and wildly unethical Pureblood wizard. Look at him. He's got that steampunk Peaky Blinders thing going on. Now, what do I want to do now? Quests. You know what? I want to do Beast Class. I want to know. No, I don't. I don't want to do required level. No, requirements is the Pulso, which I don't have. Do I have the Pulso? Let me check. Do I have the Pulso? I do have the Pulso. When did I get that? Huh. Alright, awesome. So, now that I have the Pulso, also, so let's do another third one here. Defendo. I needed to get some of these. I think this is Glacius, so we'll get that one next. Goodness gracious, I told you. This muggle pox is terrible. Ugh. So, Lupendo and yeah, let's do that as my 3. What is that? Wingardium Leviosa. Okay, yeah. Alright, so. Hogsmeade map. There we go.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Yes, it does. Let's go meet Mr. Girl, as it is known in the code. Sirona, the tranny here.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Sirona Ryan. This is Mr. Girl in the code, so we'll be talking
Miss
with
Ryan.
our...
I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Sirona, please. And I was happy to help. Those two are nothing but trouble.
Oh, they're so silly.
Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too.
Sterling's a fag.
You were
I just
speaking
want you
to
to
a
know
goblin
this.
here that day.
Yes, Lodgok.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
a friend.
Of course she's friends with the goblin. The people who are trying to kill you. So, how can you trust a goblin?
I was surprised that you seemed friendly with a goblin.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now.
We are.
You are.
I hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months
You were
ago.
camaraderie over
But
your freakishness.
He recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that
Oh,
case,
goodness.
I'd like to talk with him about Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke.
Well,
He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
okay, so even Lodgok, who's one of the good goblins, is wary of outsiders. Interesting.
Thank you, Serona.
If you find Lodgok, please give him my best.
I think you already
I don't know
have.
what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
Oh, who's this? Huh.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine, Willardsy, charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
I'll think about it.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind! Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can usually
Let
find
me
me
guess.
right around here.
You're a
I
Hufflepuff.
hope to see you soon.
Oh, speaking of, we'll have to do a dedicatory
Don't
moment
forget, the
to
butterflies
our
always
good
seem
friend
to be on the
Disco,
fringes of the Forbidden Forest.
where I find for her a rather based Hufflepuff, talking about the mudblood problem, and I approve. I approve. The fact that pet the pussy. Have to pet the pussy. Pet every pussy you find. Good little slut. There we go. Alright, so to the... No, I don't. I do not. I do not, I do not, I do not want to go to the forest. I want... to do that. Of course you would. Fine. I'll go this way. Like I'm supposed to.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
You too, Amit.
Any empty seat is yours.
Hello, Lodgok.
Greetings, Jew.
Serona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am. And I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Huh. Perhaps I misjudged this this Jewy goblin of sorts.
Serona
Fine.
trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Serona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
Oh, okay. Told you, Mugglepox. Terrible. Terrible stuff. It sounds like a trap.
If I retrieve the relic, how do I know you'll tell me the truth about what Ranrock says?
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
This is, where is Witch's Tomb? All right. Oh. Oh, that cleared it out. My goodness, that was terrible. Oh.
I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtgott. The witch
Urtgott.
considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
Wow.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today.
Are you leading me into a trap? If so, that would be very, very rude. I would have to disavow. At the soonest opportunity, if I can, I will kill this goblin. I just need you all to know that. Wait, did I already discover this place? I did. I know where we're going. Yes, yes.
Ah, and there it is. The witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it? Revelio.
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
All the questions.
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a dark witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the dark protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and most effectively fire.
Interesting.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The helmet of Urtkot is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck.
You're sending me to my death,
I will
Jew.
remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please, be careful.
Uh-huh. Alright. So, fire. Okay. That's a broken lute.
Revelio.
Nothing.
It's sealed. Revelio. Moths. Curious. Lumos. Merlin's beard. Revelio.
Ah, yes.
This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further.
Mm-hmm. Get all the monies. Hmm. Da, da, da. Ooh. Yes.
Lumos. Revelio. I have a feeling I'm not alone here.
I'm online. Ooh. Those are demons.
Confringo. These are horrible. Also. Incendio. Also. Confringo.
Alright, give me a moment.
Incendio.
Well, I'm gonna get back to my game. Ooh, Stench of the Dead? Yay! I'm actually excited to get this. This is pretty freaking awesome. Hang on, I need to check. Alright, so my sound is not too terrible. Alright. Do do do. Alright.
Revelio.
There you are. No.
Also,
Revelio.
Hmm. I want to get to the treasure. How do I get to the treasure? This is the question. Oh. You just climb. Well, that wasn't very hard. Well. Oh, so much for that. Again, I keep forgetting that this is not Skyrim. There we go. Alright, so let's see the outfit. Oh. Two leather flat caps. Interesting. Hmm. Cha-la-da-dee-dum. Ruh-roh. That was a little bizarre. Hmm.
Revelio.
Hmm. Hmm.
Lumos. If I could power it somehow, it looks like it could be rotated.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I see. Hang on.
Dependo. Lumos. Lumos.
Oh, interesting.
Lumos. This has a moth printed on it. Same as the door.
Hmm. I see how that works. Very nice.
Also, Lumos. Revelio.
Hmm.
What's that hanging there? Looks precarious.
Why, yes, yes, it does.
Down I go. No other way.
Really? There was no other way? Truly? Truly? Is that your final answer, Mr. Harry Potter? Do.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Do. Do. Huh. Do.
Revelio.
Huh, there we go. Give
It's
me
sealed shut from the other
gold.
side.
Hmm.
Repulsor.
Oh!
Hmm.
Incendio.
Nope. Well, that ended nastily.
Confringo. Also. Protego. Incendio. Fringo. Levioso. Also.
Damn. Hmm. Okay. Hmm.
Incendio. Compulso. Also. Also. Incendio. Levioso. Protego. Incendio. Levioso. Confringo. Compulso. Incendio. Propello. Propello. Levioso. Propello. Incendio. Repulsor. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Repulsor. Incendio. Confringo. Levioso. Incendio. Repulsor.
Damn. That was absolutely bonkers and insane. I do not ever want to do that again.
Lumos. Repulsor. Lumos. Repulsor.
This looks even more complex.
Hmm.
Revelio. Repulsor.
Making this spin ought to raise that platform. That must be it.
Lumos. also.
Lumos.
Also. Lumos.
No, you stupid thing.
Also.
Lumos. The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was in her sarcophagus.
Revelio.
A dead Ashwinder. Your compatriots must have made off with the helmet. Well, better show this to Lodgok. There must be some sort of mechanism for this doorway.
Revelio.
Hmm. Huh. Joke's on you, there was no mechanism.
Lodgok, the sarcophagus had been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn, they got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
Okay.
abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Niffler.
Aloha Mora. There they are, the Ashwinders.
On your toes. Stay alert. No! Expulso!
You come.
Now, this has become personal.
Expulso! Expulso!
Die for that.
There he is. Tremendo.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Protego. Flipendo.
Ow.
Flipendo. Flipendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso. Protego. Flipendo. Expelliarmus.
You've made a mistake.
Last time I saw you claiming you had a full belly was when Arthur Craig's pig went missing. Now, I don't like to cast aspersions.
Perhaps I'll scout around Felcroft.
If I likes it, I takes it.
You can feed a beast, or it can feed you.
Expulso! 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 Expulso!
Confringo. Pulse. Leviosa.
Flipendo. Expelliarmus. Protagonist. Confringo.
Okay, I think I know what needs to be done.
Best take of
I
that.
tell you this. Hogwarts is lucky they've got protection charms.
Not my fault if a customer skips the fine print and I have to break a few bones.
Ah, but you trusted the wrong kind. And we see you about to echo your folly. How are we supposed to offer our respects to such a choice, hmm?
Can't hide from me! Expulso! 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 Look what you've done! You pay for it! Expulso! Now, this has become personal. Expulso! Expulso! Expulso!
All right.
Leviosa. Flipendo.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Wait a minute. Oh.
Repulsor. Incendio. Confringo. Confringo. Defender. Levioso. Propendo. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Propendo. Levioso. Propendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Ow. Damn.
Reparo. Incendio. Confringo. Defender. Repulsor.
Ow.
Levioso. Propendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Propendo. Levioso. Protego. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso.
Oh, then. My mouse froze on me again. That is not cool. Why do you keep doing that? Okay. Let's try that again. My frickin' mouse. Oh.
Revelio.
That's it.
This is for Rookwood!
A lamb to the slaughter. Pay for your deed. You're going to regret that.
Is he? Is he though?
Nobody will miss one measly little student.
These rocks have seen better days.
Incendio! Expulso!
Could do worse than pit upon forward. Shopkeepers keep their shelves full. The more graves I fill, the more galleons I get. Won't hear me complaining.
I'll have you know, I'm from a
Plenty of spoils.
Patricus Totalis.
I am a stealthing dark wizard. Which oddly makes sense.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
Huh.
I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile.
Yeah.
Remarkable.
Yeah, I was invisible. It's a spell. It's a fantastic spell. It looks like a helmet.
Like a helmet to me.
Ah, you're looking at what it is, rather than what it means. To most goblins, this is more than a mere helmet. You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Oh, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims
Oh,
might
how's
possibly be aligned.
Jason doing? What was the topic of today? Oh, and you can, Slots, you can join me in the... Oh, no, I'm not in the Discord. Hang on. 1 second. Let me jump in the Discord real quick, and we'll talk shop for a minute. All right. How's
Am
it going?
I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, am I?
Yes.
Let me share the screen so you can also behold what is going on.
Oh, I have you playing, but muted on YouTube.
Fantastic. All right, so now that it's playing here, you're not missing anything much. So let me get back to the game. There we go. All right, so how was Jason's stream tonight?
It was kind of the usual, which is, when it comes to streams that I watch, his is like one of the very, very few. So, the usual for me and my standards is pretty high.
Oh, that's interesting. Give me 1 second. I messed something up on the stream.
Sure.
But continue.
So he was talking about the mass shooting that happened, and the anti-whiteism that caused it, basically.
Oh, that is bizarre. I'm streaming our Discord. So let me fix that real quick. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this out like so, and then I'm gonna close Discord. So that should fix that.
Do you have 2 monitors or 1?
Only one. I only have one monitor, which is why
Okay.
it's being janky. But if I pop out the general chat or the general voice channel, it will because it's a smaller screen and not full screen capture, it'll just go back to capturing the game. So please don't mind the man behind the curtain, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so please do continue.
So it was just the going on about, I don't know the name of the shooter and I don't want to remember. he's not. He's the victims are probably more important, but yeah, he was mentioning how when he was consuming the
I turned the wolf into a sheep.
I had to mute the game.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it distracted me.
Yeah,
But
you're all right.
yeah. Yeah, he was when he was encountering the news about it, he had noticed how they were showing a non-white victim when 2 of the 3 that died were white, and they were only showing the 3rd that was non-white. And how the anti-white media was just, not humanizing the victims that were white that way.
And okay, so because I'm on Facebook, and I'll get snippets of news, and I knew there was a shooting because one of the leftist channels was like, "Fuck your thoughts and prayers," and I'm like, "You were just complaining about how Jesus wouldn't have spent so many millions of dollars on an ad. You might pick a fucking struggle, my man." So I mean that shit, of course, because I couldn't resist. So which shooting was this? Because there's been a few the last couple days.
Yeah, I don't even know where it was. I think it was Minnesota or Michigan.
Okay, I think it was the one that I heard was Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan I think that would be it. It was apparently they called him a middle-aged guy. And Jason had brought up how that usually brings up an image of a older white man.
And it's not a white dude.
No, it's a non-white. And I had saw on the on YouTube on my normie account. I have a normie account or a vague account, however you want to say it, and an activist or whatever account. When I was on my normie account, I saw thumbnails, snippets in the YouTube front page, action news, active now, or whatever. And I saw a thumbnail of the police saying, "We're trying to find a motive," and I took a screenshot of that immediately.
We're okay. This is okay. Let me tell you a funny story. Now this was long before Trump and this was back in oh my gosh, 2000s when I was in middle school. Someone this was when you could call. This was back when you could actually call Fox News an alternative. That's how far back we're going. And I remember, and I know that today that is oh my God, how dare you? They're so mainstream. They're controlled opposition. I get it. But even back then, the reason Fox News got so much traction was because the regular news, the big mainstream media, MSNBC, CNN, CBS, all ran that kind of bullshit. We don't know the narrative. We just had a random mugging, and Fox News would be the only ones being yeah, why did this happen? What's their race? What's their age? Give us details. They were the ones pushing truth seeking, and that's what kind of, and that's what drew me to Fox News is they were asking questions, and that's what earned my trust. So
I called it willful incredulity of the anti-whites, basically. We don't know what gosh darn it, we just don't know what's motivating this anti-white to shoot up a majority white school.
Well, it's more insidious than that. It is willful ignorance. It's the crime of not even wanting to ask the question.
Yeah.
and it's willful shoving your head in your ass cheeks so far that and if you ask the question, like it's hateful, it's bespoken, how dare you, how could you say that, it's just it's a continual
Yeah.
browbeating, it's a continual gaslight of why, how, what makes you think that? Well,
And
I've
shouldn't
yeah.
and shouldn't we be able to immediately racialize it when all the anti-whites do that for even things that they don't know if there's disparate racial groups involved at all? They just immediately start creating and crafting an anti-white narrative before
Yeah,
anything comes out.
and it's and I was thinking about this earlier today, and because we all have friends who we've lost along the way, friends that we were close with in high school and middle school, and people that we genuinely uh, um that we want to think the best of, and it, and I can imagine them asking me, dude, how did you get here? And I don't. I'll be honest. I'm on with the going free method, and
Hmm.
I'm down with the how do I put this? I'm down with whites having their own place, their own spaces, so on and so forth. I get it, but I
Having a
don't
community.
exactly. And but still, that being said, I understand and I admire the idea of people of any race or background coming together with a shared virtue and ethos. That to me is not unreasonable. It's not
Revelio.
impossible, and it's something that I'm not morally opposed to. The problem is the way things are going, and I see the balkanization, the racialization of everyone around us, and it becomes less and less justifiable to tell whites they can't do it for themselves.
Oh, it shouldn't be justifiable ever.
I
You know,
know.
I mean, we white people could sustain themselves before non-whites existed. That's just like an anti-white stereotype that, oh
Oh, I
no,
know.
you need non-whites to survive.
Wait. I'll be. You know what?
Incendio.
I'll be honest. I've never heard that argument that whites need non-whites to survive or to propagate themselves. Um,
Well,
I've
that's a like a, what do you call them? Afro whatever ist.
oh, Afro
They say, oh
supremacist.
yeah, like we taught you how to wash your penis or whatever, pulling the Jordan Peterson, I guess, or something.
What the hell?
Yeah, they try to infantilize white people because it makes them feel
Incendio.
insecure that white people are mature
Confringo.
and they have their own history.
I mean, look, I don't mean to push no buttons, black man, but I wasn't the one loading up your cousins in the boat.
Okay.
No, seriously. You loaded your own people onto the goddamn boats for us. And you like don't at me,
I don't
bro.
think it was. I don't think it was really for us as a people, but
Well, no.
it was it's for slave owners,
Yeah.
however many those were.
Well, whoever they could sell them to. It's it's okay. You when you know that movie Moana.
I did not watch it purposefully.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm not gonna comment on that whether or not you should have watched it, but I grew up with Polynesians, and I'm very familiar with their culture, very familiar with their aesthetic, with their people, and let me tell you, the most racist caricature in Moana was not that Maui was had a big body or that the grandma was crazy. The most racist, offensive caricature in Moana is the fucking chicken. It's this little character named this little chicken named Hey Hey. And because you haven't watched Moana, I have to explain to you Hey Hey. Hey Hey is a chicken. Go on.
Just going forward, could you use the term negative caricature or negative instead of the R word?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sure. The most negative connotation in Moana was what was the chicken Hey Hey. And the reason why is because the chicken Hey Hey is a dumbass. Like the chicken will literally walk if you don't stop it, it will walk off the boat and drown itself repeatedly unless you put a leash on it or something or like stick it in the boat. The thing literally eats rocks. Like it is a dumb ass bird.
Is this a game or a movie?
This is a movie.
Okay.
The main character spends most of the voyage making sure this chicken doesn't off itself like a tranny, and and oh my god, and so anyways.
So what's the negativity there about the dumb chicken?
Okay, and it connects to the whole broader scope of how all of the races interact with one another.
Mm-hmm.
The Hey Hey represents at least someone in every single Polynesian group or family. Every group has a Hey Hey. If you're Hispanic,
that's what it was supposed to be.
Yes. If you, oh my god, I recognized it instantly. The way she looks at and treats the chicken is the same way that most people would like. The Polynesians have one member of their family that they look at, roll their eyes, and just go, "Oh my god, we got to go stop them." And it's if you have any familiarity with like the Hispanic cultures, there's always that one friend named Chewy or some dumb shit like that. It's that one friend who, no matter what, just keeps finding themselves in the stupidest, dumb shit situations, and you have to keep saving their asses.
Who wrote Moana?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Was it a non-white Polynesian? Or?
Probably.
I wouldn't really call it negative if they did it.
Well, but here's the thing. Everyone, most cultures understand and are and work around this paradigm of having a Hey Hey, except whites.
Yeah.
Whites do not have Hey Heys. Because if you were...
You know what? You're right. I've seen like the Hey Heys on like Boondocks.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen that stereotype there.
Yeah, they're in... There are Hey Heys in Polynesians. There are Hey Heys in Hispanic cultures. There are Hey Heys even in the African side of things. Not in whites. They do not exist in whites.
I'm trying to think of Hey Hey examples in like East Asian, and I don't recall any.
Oh, in like when you say East Asian, you mean like Indian and Asian, like
Japanese and Chinese.
I think their Hey Heys are a little smarter than most, to be honest. Being entirely blunt.
I don't really see Hey Heys really there when I've watched like East.
Here's my point. Whites had a particular tradition where instead of, because it's not that we didn't have Hey Heys at one point, it's just that when we noticed we had a Hey Hey, we left them out in the snow to die.
Well, they just died.
Yeah.
It wasn't really about leaving them. It was just like, okay, well.
But no, and these are cultures where they have in their ethos, in their cultural norms, they have to accommodate for Hey Heys.
Well, I think our people have a particularly different dysgenic aspect that comes from increased abstract thinking ability. I don't want to say that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a difference.
Mm-hmm.
But we have, stuff like denying reality and denying what we see about our own body. Like the transgender shit.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put a pause on that. Not because I think you're wrong necessarily, but just because I know that most of this progressivism is fueled by white anti-whites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And most of them are single mothers, pushing this onto their children. So I cannot say for certain that is um a
It's just
a Caucasoid trait.
yeah,
I'm gonna have to
maybe
press X
not.
on that one. I'm gonna press X for doubt on that one. Just a little bit.
Reservation.
Yeah.
You're reserved about it. Reserving your judgment. That's fine. Yeah. It's just a theory I have about, abstract thinking being a double-edged sword. I mean, it imperils you to delusion. Because you're investing your confidence in abstract thoughts, which can be modified to represent, different things that aren't even real sometimes.
I think this character's practically invincible to heights. I can't Skyrim him to death. Like I'm doing the whole Billy Goat thing, and he was phenomenally resilient.
Revelio.
Were you trying to climb or just go down?
I climbed and then I went down, and you know how when you drop, like you lose a bunch of health. That never happened.
Well, the thing is he looked like he kept going into an animation mode wherever he encountered a cliff, where it rob all the velocity from his body.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty interesting design choice.
Yeah.
If you can't, because in Skyrim you can walk and then you're flying off a cliff suddenly, you're flying forward, not just falling straight down.
Indeed.
Revelio.
Whereas I think on this one, you're forced to fall straight down.
Where were we going with this?
Black was in Azkaban. I should pity the Dementors.
Oh, this is just the game. Not the game. I just lost the game.
Excellent. I can't lose a game I never played. But no, I do know of the game.
Unfortunately.
Everyone loses the game.
It occurs every so often. And I always live up to its rules by stating that I lost it.
Oh, good.
Unless it's around people who I know won't get it and will think it's just really weird.
Well, who cares about those people?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it around them.
Hello, Hamura.
Oh, it's lockpicking. Is that lockpicking or puzzle?
Both. It's spell-based lockpicking. Don't ask me how it works. I haven't actually figured that out myself.
you just move the circles around until it opens. Oh, I have no idea how that. I can't tell from the design of how that made it open.
Okay, so you move the green outer circle until the gears in the bottom right corner start spinning, and you move the inner red circle around until those inner cogs start clicking, and you move it back and forth until they start spinning. Did that make any sense at all?
I cut out after the I just stopped listening kind of after the first sentence.
Lumos.
I don't want to play this game. So
You know, for a Harry Potter experience, I'm gonna be honest. This is legit.
yeah,
I am-
it looks okay. I mean, for I guess people picked it up because of what's her name?
Oh, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, like they're gonna LARP as a what do they call it? Turf.
Well, that's what we're doing here. I am. This is the Pureblood Supremacy playthrough. So eat your
I
fucking
always
heart out.
I would say drop the F.
Okay.
It's just a tur.
Fine. Ooh. Now, this is a fun game where you get to molest the chest.
It looks excited.
No, he looks very sad, and
Okay.
you have molested him. You've taken his treasure. There is no going back. He is a very sad panda.
Lumos.
Okay, that was his reaction after being touched. He was freaked out.
Yeah.
Should have made your character look like Biden, right?
Oh my gosh.
Hello, Hamura.
Next playthrough. Okay. So the outer the outer ring, I move it until that starts happening. Now the second ring, I move it until I find a spot where they move. Ba-boom.
Okay. So the inner rings move.
Yes. Unidentified item.
That's easier than Skyrim lockpicking.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Levioso.
Yeah, that's it. It's part of the fun that nothing in here is terribly difficult.
Right.
Lumos.
But it is grueling.
I mean, as long as it's giving you new environments, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I apologize. Like I announced it at the beginning of the stream, I do have muggle pox.
Is that like a Final Fantasy disease?
No, a muggle is Harry Potter for impure. Well, someone who isn't magical. Oh.
Revelio.
So this is triggering your non-magicalness.
Well, yeah. I'm becoming less magical because muggles infected me. So. Wait a minute. Okay.
Mine now, Demi guys. Hello, Hamura.
So is there a date where you're gonna pick up the shade mastering?
There is not yet.
Okay.
I have yet to start the new position, and it's
Nerve-wracking.
yeah. Being unemployed
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
Big balls. And especially
When does it start?
we don't know yet. That's the frustrating thing.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, I had a kind of a similar situation where I was transferring departments, and they're like, "Well, I got like interviewed, and they're like, "Yeah, we wanna take you on," and then it's like 3 weeks of
Dicking around,
like,
right?
am I actually going
Yeah.
to be moving or not? Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucked so much ass.
Revelio.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with this, and I'm getting fed up with it. Like,
How long has it been? Only 2 weeks?
um, it's been a bit longer than that. Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
It's been
Oh man.
no, it's been since like the end of September of last year.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah. So, do I want to start up the shade mastering again? Yes, I do. Should I? Probably not.
Yeah, you're probably applying still to places, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still applying to places, and
If I owned a business, I could hire all our guys. Work remote.
yeah.
Based. And then they get me for being a heretic to anti-whites.
You know,
I think they only investigate that like when you're over 100 employees or something. I don't know.
investigate what?
Uh,
Oh, like equality
basically,
hiring?
or well, if you're obvious about, if you're like openly being a heretic to everything that they say is super bad guy.
Yeah, I'm a huge proponent of if you're going to because I'm just a weirdo. Like I don't like giving up my sovereignty
Mm-hmm.
or my Oh, hang on. And so like I never liked the idea that someone else could peer over your shoulder and take a look at go to the summer and look at your
How you're
hiring
making decisions.
Yeah, look at your decision and be like, hey, you need to you really need to toe the line with this, or you need to hire this many people on this. I'm just like, fuck off. Like, don't tell me what works.
It reminds me of a comment I left when I was like a teenager years ago. On this video about how people need to fuck off when they're talking about interjecting how would I call it, anti-whiteism, I guess, into all these various writers' stories saying, oh, you don't have enough of this or that and this in here. And I was saying, you need to fuck off and let them just express themselves how they feel.
Yeah.
And I got a comment like a decade later saying how, thank you for standing up for writers like that or whatever.
It's bizarre. The idea that you could try to control someone else's creative input.
Mm-hmm.
And because, like, for example, I wanted to do a story about a what did I call her? I think I called her the Huntress.
Mm-hmm.
And she was essentially a black Cajun voodoo enchantress.
Uh-huh.
Except what she does is she what she does is she uses voodoo to make contracts with spirits, as voodoo typically does, and she uses them to fight the human traffickers who sold her mom into sex slavery
Mm.
and and raped and abused her. So she's using
What
voodoo
what
to.
Kaji like is that a Khajiit or is it different? What's a
Oh no,
Kaji?
a Khajiit is a cat
A
person in
cat.
Skyrim.
Yeah. What's a Kaji?
Kaji? I don't know what a Kaji is. Um,
You said something like a Kaji woman or Khajiit or
oh no,
I don't know.
Cajun.
Oh, Cajun. Okay.
Revelio.
Not Khajiit, Cajun. Very different. Very different.
Okay.
So I had this Cajun protagonist who's who would like try to
Lumos.
expose.
Sorry, were you hearing me messing around with stuff
A
on my
little bit.
desk?
Oh, a little bit.
Okay.
I'm like, what is that?
Okay.
And I actually had people ask me like, well, do you have experience with, well, basically black people? I'm like, no, but I'm reading up on voodoo and I'm changing how I write based on how voodoo actually works, which was a fantastic study. Like,
Revelio.
Why does fiction have to represent reality?
it doesn't, but
Right.
I wanted to actually, if I was going to write about voodoo, I want to be as accurate about voodoo as possible, if that makes any sense. So that's more for my edification, and learning about voodoo actually helped me formulate um, how this character would function, and how she would develop as a character. Um,
Hmm.
and so basically, she makes and how voodoo works is it's a transaction. You make a transaction with the elements. You would sacrifice herbs and spices and uh, maybe a small animal, and make a deal with a spirit who would consume that essence to accomplish your task. It's like a bartering system, so to speak.
So the far left and the far right would be protesting to. I mean, I'm using colloquial terms, but far right, far left, they would both be protesting to a so-called white man, making a mythical character of a non-white woman and all that stuff. My perspective on it is that you are a white man and you're projecting parts of your biospirit onto the character, but that's not like something
Revelio.
where you need to be prevented from doing that. That's just something that we all do as people. We project our own ideas onto what we do and what we create. And as if you're a white person, you're going to project aspects of yourself onto non-white characters that you don't realize you're doing.
Yeah.
But that's just with the territory. It doesn't mean you need to stop doing that, or you need to try to deconstruct yourself or whatever.
Well, and I had no intention of deconstructing myself. It was quite the opposite. The more I learned about how voodoo actually functioned, the more it developed the character. Because the power set I wanted her to have was was what was like shadowmancy, controlling, manipulating shadows, so on and so forth. And the more I learned about voodoo and how that exchange worked in theory, um, she comes across a spirit who's extremely vengeful, almost like a poltergeist like um, being, and it tells her, "I will do what you want in advance, but I get the blood of your enemies. That will be my payment. But in a lot less, it's a lot less coherent. Like this thing is simply monstrous. It wants to feed, it wants to consume, and it wants to uh,
A
murder.
misanthrope.
Yes, it wants to murder, maim, and destroy. And as she grows as a character, she becomes terrified of this thing that she's made a compact with. And so she's trying to figure out what exactly have I gotten myself into? What have I done? What is this thing's name? Thinking that, maybe it's a demon of some sort. No. It ends up being the spirit of the child she had to abort under the human
Oh,
the human traffickers.
oh,
Yes, so so
oh
so
no.
so so it becomes this commentary.
Weird.
Yeah. So it becomes like
It's
this
like
comment.
I love this poltergeist because it's my unborn baby, but at the same time, it's frightening as hell.
And not only is it frightening as hell, I'm wielding it as a weapon.
Yeah, that's an interesting dynamic.
Isn't it?
And I brought up an idea of you can't really go back on a deal if it gave you a lot of power or something. Then it knows that it just gave you maybe a boost you need to get better exponential returns, right?
Well, and that's the thing is she realizes how, despite the thing is monstrous and powerful and vindictive, it doesn't actually have its own identity or consciousness. And that's kind of like, what do you do with that?
Well, that would be good for her because it wouldn't feel offended, right?
Yeah, but it's her unborn child. And so it is a very let's just say that if you were to parallel that onto the plight of the average African American, you would be there would be problems. All right. Well, my wife and child are home. It is Valentine's Day, and we're gonna close the stream here. Is that all right with you?
All right, no problem. Have a good one.
All right. You too. Have a great one. Bye-bye,
Bye.
everybody. Do do do.